Welcome to the only financial call-in show in the Bay Area with financial advisor Rob Black. This is Rob Black and Your Money.
Joining us now is Alan Hamm. Alan Hamm is with us from Superior LTC, that stands for Superior Long-Term Care. Alan, what is long-term care? Bring everyone up to speed who doesn't know.
Well, it's good to be here again, Rob. You know, we've talked before about the fact that long-term care is really a financial risk that most families are not plugging. It's probably the last risk that they're not plugging. And we've talked about the reasons why. And we've advised your viewers to talk with their financial advisor about this subject. Specifically, a financial advisor who has been trained in a comprehensive planning approach to long-term care. Now, the second major thing that we've covered before is the fact that this is mainly a women's issue. Women are impacted by a need for long-term care more than males are because most care provided in this country is provided by female family members, normally daughters and wives providing care to older male family members. So once again, this is mainly a women's issue.
Now, this is kind of interesting because I talk about getting your nest egg ready for retirement. You have to have enough money to live off till the day you die. You're kind of a little bit more comprehensive in this angle where you take my idea and then you blend your idea into it. Long-term care is not really an issue for people who live in a trailer park and have no money. Long-term care isn't really an issue for people who are wildly, wildly wealthy. It's for the majority of us who get to retirement with a nest egg that we hope lasts the next 20 to 40 years. Am I speaking out of class or out of character?
No, I think you're exactly right. And this is why we need to view this from a comprehensive planning approach, meaning that we don't go out and just react to this problem by buying long-term care insurance from a pushy insurance agent, for example. What we want to do is again, talk with our financial advisor about the implications of relying on each of the 4 ways to pay for long-term care, which include relying on a family member, which too many of us do by default, relying on the welfare program, relying on our own assets, or relying on long-term care insurance.
Let's say that analysis does determine that you need long-term care. What do you do at that point in time to educate yourself a little bit further about who to work with and what sort of policy to sign or not sign?
Well, if this analysis determines that long-term care insurance looks like it's a good option for you, the major thing to look for is doing business with the right insurance company. And once again, this is getting back to talking with your financial advisor about this subject. You're much more likely to have a better result if you talk with your financial advisor about this because they know the insurance companies that are committed to the market, the insurance companies that have never had rate increases on existing policyholders. So once again, use a comprehensive planning approach. Talk with your financial advisor about this issue.
A lot of people have real strong wills and they want to do everything themselves. What should they look out for as far as potential pitfalls in these relationships?
Well, once again, when it comes to insurance, we want to look for companies that are very committed to this market. For instance, we could talk about group long-term care insurance. A lot of people have bought group long-term care insurance through the mail or over the telephone. We advise people to not react by buying group policies, but to talk with their financial advisor about this subject again. Talking a little bit about group policies, they're normally more expensive than individually issued policies because group policies normally are issued to everyone in a group regardless of health problems, which raises the premium on everyone.
So you don't really like the group policies, good value or not good value?
They're really not, unlike health insurance, which is a good value and normally less expensive if you buy on a group basis. Long-term care insurance policies on a group basis are more expensive than individually issued policies. So the only reason to consider a group long-term care insurance plan is if you have a major health condition and you won't qualify for coverage individually.
Let's get a phone call in for you. We have Darlene in Walnut Creek. Darlene, what's your question?
Hi.
Hi.
I have a question. I'm 59, and I'm looking at long-term insurance and wondering how important it is to make it one that's connected with a partnership.
Okay.
Darlene, that's a very good question. California is one of the 4 partnership states, as you may know. The partnership policies are superior to traditional policies for a lot of reasons. One of the major reasons is getting back to this issue of the committed insurance companies. There's only 5 or 6 insurance companies in California that have been approved for partnership, and those are the most committed companies in the market. There's some other additional benefits to partnership policies that I won't go into now, but that's a major reason to consider a partnership policy.
How about, Alan, same-sex marriages or gay and homosexual relationships? Do they approach long-term care differently? Because, like you said, it's mainly a woman issue, but you were probably talking, you know, man and wife.
Right, they really don't approach it any differently. Once again, we sit down and use this comprehensive planning approach, find out what their personal and financial objectives are. There are insurance companies that offer discounts for gay couples, just as they do for husbands and wives. Again, we use a comprehensive planning approach to analyze a situation.
How about a little bit more information? Where should we go?
Well, once again, ask your financial advisor about this topic. Specifically ask them if they're trained in a comprehensive planning approach. We can also consult with you on this. We normally charge $250 for a consultation appointment, which includes helping you analyze the 4 ways to pay for care and developing a written plan describing your choice. But we're waiving that fee, Rob, for your viewers who call our office and tell us that they heard about us on your show.
Well, that's kind of you, but it makes me blush when you do that. Let's see his contact information. It's Alan Hamm. He's a long-term care planning specialist. He's been in the industry a long time. He's got a book out there on it, a lot more information in the book as well. If you need his contact information, get in touch with me because, like he said, he works with financial planners, and you really have to have a complete financial plan when you get to retirement. Somewhere between age 40 and age 60 is when you really need to start thinking about long-term care. But maybe you need to start thinking about it for your parents right now. For instance, my mom's in her 70s, and you know her nest egg ain't going to last if she goes down into a long-term care situation. So just something to think about. Still to come on the show, we're going to tie up some loose ends with divorce, with shoes, and with the airlines. We'll also answer another question or two when the show continues.